Would I know anything that's pertinent given my character's age in this realm?
I gotta
How
completely.
old is your character?
30-ish. A little over 30.
I gotta completely redo some of the things of my character because yeah.
My character is essentially better looking me.
Same.
That's actually
Mine's literally me, but with a better mustache.
When were you taken into your temple?
at a young age. I was a wee lad. Wee lad. Especially given the city. I wonder if it ever did load my background. It did not load my background, motherfucker.
Learn Dwarvish and Gnomish. Why not?
Who the fuck wants to know Gnomish?
I know
I-
Dwarvish and Gnomish.
I'm just taking human variant, or it's not really human variant, but like human-ish species.
That is what you would know.
Oh, talking to Howie. Okay, not me. Never mind.
I don't think he was talking to me.
No.
My shit is light. It's not dark. I need it dark. Where's my dark mode?
Fun.
Glad I know this.
Gonna make
Yes, he is a funny little character, shall I say.
Oh, he's a jolly good fellow. He's a jolly good fellow. Holy. Yeah, this light brings out my fucking eye bag. Why do I have more of an eye bag on my left eye than my right? Is that just the lighting?
Yes. Here is the one of the main antagonists in my campaign.
He, he, he's just a little guy.
Fucking kill him.
He's just a little guy.
There are things I want to say, but I'm afraid from saying them.
I feel like I just threw a fucking wrench at Rackham's monkey.
Okay.
What?
Again, because I was just fucking wanting to get it over with making my character, and I just didn't think.
Just
Because,
up your age.
Yes, everything is Skyrim. Yes.
Skyrim.
Skyrim!
Caddy, just become
Anyways,
43 years
Alright, I'm
old.
gonna go take a shit. I'll be right back.
Anyways, guys, let's host a campaign. Just, never mind that it happens to follow the exact storyline of Skyrim.
You're trying to cross the border?
You're finally awake.
Delightful, my guest is here. One moment.
I find it kind of suspicious that Rackham leaves and then Spooky's guest arrives.
What, you think his guest is Rackham?
It might be. Rackham might make a cameo in Spooky's live stream. I'm just saying. Don't rule out the possibility, Mr. Potter.
I don't know. I don't think they live that close together. Also, I just gotta say,
Rackham might be the Flash. We don't know.
hold on. You play next to the fucking window? Your desk is
How-
your windowsill?
Yeah? I mean, I've got my fucking desk right here. I just put my computer up there whenever we play D&D. So that way I have my desk for my dice. What's
Fair.
wrong with playing next to the windowsill?
The sun.
I have blinds.
Lucky ass bitch. I
What do you
forgot those
play with your?
exist.
Do you play with your monitor against the sun so that way it just shines directly on your fucking monitor?
No, I play underneath my bed. I have a loft bed.
Oh yeah, I forgot. You have your
My desk is
fucking.
underneath my bed.
You know, where I was all summer, having the top bed was usually a fucking bad thing.
Like straight up. You can see the bottom of my bed there.
Also, the main reason why it was a bad thing is because Jesus Christ, I hated doing beds on the top bunk.
Fair.
So, what we ended up doing, right, is we slid out the mattress, we did the bed on the floor, and then we just
Put the
brought
mattress
up the
back.
mattress and slid it back in. Yeah, because there's nothing holding the bed in or the mattress in, so you could just
I
slide the mattress underneath
I
the hole.
I can't do that. My mattress is like pretty much like my mattress is slightly bigger than my bed frame. So
Okay.
getting it out is a bitch. Getting it back in is even more of a bitch.
Now at least for the Canadian forces, that is just what you're supposed to do. I don't know if you're allowed to do that in the Marines, but that is a good
I don't
like
fucking know.
strategy. It's a good strategy to have if you're gonna go through basic and you end up having a top bunk
Yep, I'll find
because
out.
it's way easier to do your bed while
Well, it's on the floor.
yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, we at least for my entire barracks, we learned this the hard way. Never do your fucking bed alone. What we did was
Help your bunkmate.
so no, uh we always coordinated with the cubicle right in front of us, and so that way with every bed we did 8 people on it.
Mm.
So or no, we had 6 people per bed, and then we had 2 people doing windowsills. And so what we did is just the 6 people would all do the bed, and it'd take under like 2 minutes, not even.
It takes 5 minutes for me to change my sheets. Like, but actually making my bed would be a bitch. I think that would take an additional 5 minutes. But
Yeah, but the thing is if you all work together and you all like, you know, for me, I actually never really did beds. I was fucking horrible at beds, so I was always one of the 2 doing windowsills, or I was doing I was cleaning the bathroom.
mm,
Although I remember, so okay, one point in our barracks, there's 3 big cubicles, not cubicle. There's 3 main barracks, 1 female, 1 or and 2 male, and each thing has fucking 5 rows of cubicles on each side, and each cubicle can hold 4 people. So 40 person per thing, plus 4 staff rooms, and plus a couple of other staff rooms in the office. But what happened was right in and of course there's a hallway in the middle. Um, the story starts 10 minutes before our master warrant officer went and did an inspection. So it started off with we noticed one of the guys did not do his bed at all, and he was already on weekend leave. So
oh,
he was not there, and you know we hauled it together, 8 people. Said, "All right, men, we're doing this shit." We all went and fucking did it, 2 minutes flat. And just as we finished, a guy dropped the mop bucket
oh
on the
Lord.
floor. we've managed to salvage it with 5 minutes remaining. Now, 5 minutes is fucking valuable. And
Yeah.
so, guess what? Some other fucking dickhead does again while trying to put away the mop bucket.
Spill it.
Drops it in the exact same place. Now the barracks starts smelling like fucking ass because he dropped the fucking mop bucket. So we all just said, all right, lads, sacrifice your fucking towels. So we had 5-6 towels on top of this giant fucking mess. And then what we do next is there's a box fan. The box fans are our only way of ventilation at the one end of the hallway, and we always keep the door at the other end of the hallway open. So what we did was we had one guy spraying Febreze into the fan, and we had 2 other guys just dancing around spraying Febreze everywhere because it smelled like fucking ass. It smelled even worse, but at least now it smelled like Febreze.
That smells like a normal night here.
Yeah. So
All right.
who's your special guest?
My good friend Anthony. Anthony, come. I've known
Is it
Anthony
Rackham?
for a long time.
Hi, Uncle Anthony.
My son says hello, Uncle Anthony.
I'm trying to wait.
This one's my son. This one's adopted son. Last
Why
cat girl.
did it pick me up?
What?
My microphone's not picking me up. Hang on. You're trying to.
Oh
It's
my
not,
God.
it's not picking me up. Hang on. All right, hang on.
I mean, we can hear you.
He's trying to be loud. He's trying to do the things that I do.
All right, real quick. I'll have my camera on. 2 moments.
For 2 moments.
Howie face reveal? I mean, I've already seen this thing.
They've already seen my
Hello?
face. You haven't.
Yes, I have.
When?
On fucking.
Got you. You don't know.
I know that I've seen his face somewhere.
See, I'm slowly picking up fucking Brandon's mannerisms as I go on because I
This is
never
why you're
laugh
my
like
son.
that. I never laughed like that until I started fucking going to the store with Brandon, and now I go fucking.
Oh yeah,
you're
Howie, show us your tits.
Nice tits, Howie.
Thanks. How do you like the red on red of the fucking Marine Corps shirt?
That's fucking stupid.
Could it be gold on a red? Like,
I don't
So-
know. It's pretty fucking red actually looking at it.
Gentlemen, let's use this time to have ourselves a makeshift session 0 since Nikaitis decided to drop a bomb on us last minute. So, work on your characters. If you have any questions about the lore, world building, where you guys are at, I will try and answer them best I can. I do not have a city map for you guys just yet for 2 reasons. 1, I'm still working on it. B, you guys don't actually start in the city. You
Huh.
guys will start just outside of it.
Wait, what about me?
Trust me.
Also, Howie, I saw your face on your Snapchat. That's where I saw it.
When? What? I don't think I've
Um,
ever posted my face on my Snapchat.
You
Fucking
posted it on your
Mike.
private. You posted it on your private, and that's when I told you I was gonna shove a 40 mic up your ass.
But he's not on my private.
No, Howie, I saw it like fucking months ago. I think it's when like one of your friends took your phone and took a fucking picture of you.
Oh yeah, what's he look like?
Black hair. He looks like a fucking twink.
What?
Is he clean shaven?
From what I remember, yeah.
Nah,
You don't know. He's got a fucking beard, you dumbass.
not anymore.
I was
Oh, why'd
gonna
you
say-
shave?
I've got a mustache now though.
Oh, you weren't supposed to say that shit.
Like I have a
Also,
mustache but no beard. Not
The
anymore.
last time that I saw it, it was fucking months ago. All right.
the last time I had a mustache alone made me look like I was about ready to gas the juice, so we are doing it. I once met a German. He was this high.
Wait a fucking minute.
But I have seen Howie's face. I know I have.
y'all got questions for me so we can kind of do this session 0?
I'm ready to just get with it. Let's go.
Well, if Nikitas is trying to get in this campaign, I gotta wait for him.
Nah.
Introduce his dumbass later.
Exactly.
Kill the cat. He's only gonna go after the miners anyway.
Fair enough. Okay. So, I mean, okay. Do we want to start the campaign tonight outside of session 0?
I'll leave that up to you two gentlemen.
I'd be down.
What was the question?
Do we want to start this campaign tonight?
I'd be okay with that.
I'd be down.
Father?
I'm just here.
Okay. So let me go over what I have.
My neighbors are gonna hate me. The walls are so thin.
Oh, it's fine. You're fine.
The
I'm
black
gonna
kids
go
upstairs
over-
are gonna scream.
I'm gonna go over what I have. I'm gonna make sure that I have enough to actually start this, because again, I don't have a map of the city yet, because it's not done. So, what if I could just have everybody, and you know what, I'm gonna get some ambience because I'm not liking the silence outside of our words.
Does heavy breathing help? I think heavy breathing helps. We should all like heavily breathe into our microphones. It'd be funny.
Oh, got the jam.
Yeah,
Scared.
Caddy, I have never once put my face on my story.
I could have sworn that I've seen your face somewhere though. I don't remember where, but I have seen it. And
Gentlemen,
without a mask.
So,
I don't think you have.
what I want to do very quickly before I get into anything is I want there to be some kind of introduction towards the characters. As far as I'm aware, I have everybody's backstory. So, if everybody could double check their character sheet, make sure they have everything down the way that they want it. Give everybody just a few minutes for that. While that is going on, does anybody want me to go over any basics to the world, and if so, what?
I don't have anything.
Assuming it's a pretty standard world.
I don't see nothing out of place on my character.
Okay.
We should be Gucci.
Does anybody have any specific questions that they
Um,
want answered right out the gate? Because I will give a little bit of an exposition.
I'm gonna assume, just in my character's case, probably not. He's just gonna find it out along the way because that's just kind of how he is with his traveling. So not for my end.
Damn, how he's got the fucking cop stash.
So, I have.
Oh, he's got the
This.
I'm gonna give you 6 warning shots stash.
Bro,
I'm going
he
to be
got all
using
of the
this.
aviators.
I'm going to be using this to take notes of your guys' progress throughout. So you're going to see me writing this a lot. That does not mean that I'm not paying attention. I am paying attention. What you're saying is important, so I'm writing it down. So, with that said, I'd like to actually hear your characters, their backstory, who they are, maybe, you know, if you have a reason for coming to this city. If you don't have a reason and you're putting that in my hands, that's fine. Just let me know. But I'm gonna go down the list of players that I have in this list, and we are gonna start with the Ozzy Osbourne, Mr. Crowley. Am I saying that right? Is it Crowley or Crowley?
It's funny that you said that because I was honestly gonna put like Ozzy Osbourne's Mr. Crowley as like the intro soundboard for him.
Yes,
Like, that was 100% like my knowledge. Is like okay.
Mr. Crowley.
Yes. Crowley Ravencrest. Not entirely sure what I'm gonna do for his voice yet, so we're gonna play along with it.
I have a
Crowley
question.
Ravencrest.
I have a question really quick before Spooky.
What?
Do we have a campaign map? Do we have a thing for me to look at besides?
Oh yes,
Some
I
pretty
do
nice
have a roll
tits.
20 set up. I do have a roll 20 set up. Here, hang on. Let me go ahead and get you guys in real quick.
Yeah, let's not do
Oh,
the
shit.
camel toe for too long.
But I'm just gonna. I'm
Oh,
gonna
don't
try
worry.
and-
It's entirely what the stream has been looking at this entire time so far
Oh,
for the past
delightful.
21 minutes.
Roll 20 link is in announcements. Oh, that's not it. Oops. Sorry, guys.
That's insane.
Why is that like the you know the gif of like the black guy just appearing out of the dark with his eyes and everything?
Mhm.
Why is it that but like the creature from Berserk? Like y'all know what I'm talking about?
Nope, haven't read it.
That is. Damn it! I had to fucking screenshot it in time.
Get fucked, Caddy.
That's what I've been trying to time.
Oh, that's
I was like
good.
a millisecond too late.
Get
Too blurry.
fucked.
But I saw it for a millisecond. I fucking saw it, you son of a bitch.
What'd you see? There's nothing to see here.
I saw your eyes, the whites of your fucking eye.
Don't go ruining
No
my
way.
incognito.
You know what, Caddy? Just so you can't do that again.
Fuck.
I gotta take off
Oh
my
my
headset
god,
first, though.
I love the
You
Joker.
revealed it for another second.
So, Brandon, do continue about your character. I want to make sure that I have everything down right.
Ah, yes. Crowley Ravenclaw. Or Ravencrest. No, Ravenclaw! Crowley
Done.
Crowley
I can't see.
was taken in as but a young boy to the Temple of the Dusk Maiden. The thing he strives for in this world, her love. He believes that the ravens and crows that he sees as he travels is the tellings of his maiden, and that she wants him to become her champion. So, once he had finished becoming an acolyte and helping out in the temple in Vasselheim, he had set out into the world to basically do her bidding. He sees himself kind of like Chiron, the ferryman, delivering people to her, to his maiden, until one day she bestows upon him his opportunity that he believes she wants him to have to be her champion and consort. He simply travels the world at the beck and call of where he sees crows, raven feathers, and is definitely one of those people that's a shoot first, ask questions later, if he feels his deity wishes it so. being
Swear to
her
God, if I
acolyte.
have to arrest you.
He was very fond of tinkering with things, seeing as the crows at the monastery and temple would bring him items, like little things. He would help out with certain items like the funeral pyres and all that stuff. He became quite fond of this tinkering and had developed a pepper box that he has nearly perfected. It's about all for Mr. Crowley.
Cool. Okay. You said his last name was Ravencrest, right?
Yes, Crowley Ravencrest.
Excellent. Is there anything else that you would like to note, whether that be physical appearance, class, weapons, style, stature?
Yes. So since he was an orphan and raised to be a very, I'd say, not necessarily wanting for material items in his time becoming an acolyte and serving as a almost like a clergyman, he didn't really have like restrictions as to what they could wear. Of course, black, drape was usually pretty standard in the temple. But as he ventured out forth, he ended up adorning a long, tethered leather coat. Very depictive of like what you'd most likely see in today's terms of like an outlaw or gunslinger. He's very gruff with sunken hazel eyes, definitely well beyond his years, in his ripe age of about 30-ish, 35 roughly. I don't remember what exactly. He's within his 30s. But he is long-haired, dark black hair, but with like specks of white in it. Same with his beard. Just altogether a very gruff character. Someone that like would definitely catch your eyes, almost auspicious and suspicious. If you were to see him walking about or entering a tavern, you'd most likely assume that he's probably bad news around. But in general, he's just here doing the bidding of his maiden and his goals to become her champion and consort. As for weapons, the only thing he really carries is about a dagger and a pepper box with him. Now, if you're not familiar with the pepper box is, it's basically a earlier version, pretty standard, similar to like a pistol almost. A very niche weapon. Let's see if we can find like a picture of one, if you aren't familiar with it. Kind of like such. But yes, that's about what you would generally tend to see. When you see Crowley, this gun would be strapped in a holster to his side, with his dagger probably like more in his boot, and just altogether a very quiet, gruff gentleman.
Okay.
I do want to ask: are guns like a very common thing to see around?
This
Or
I
are-
can answer. So, at this point in this universe, black powder is being developed. The most solid development made with black powder are cannons, which are rare. Even rarer still are handheld black powder firearms.
Okay,
So Crowley would be one of the first individuals, not just in Crimfrast, but basically around really all the realms that would have such a weapon.
Okay, so firearms are still like in development and
Yes,
not
yes.
in like mass production by armies. All right.
Yes.
So
You'd
do,
see this and be like, "What the fuck?"
do like the common people know of the existence of firearms, like of cannons and such?
They know of cannons. They don't know of handheld cannons, though.
Okay.
I'm gonna love shooting a motherfucker. Y'all gonna be amazed.
Dude, I swear to God, if people in the tavern don't make fun of you for having a handheld cannon, what are you gonna do? Break your wrist?
I will demonstrate. Allow me just a moment.
That's it. That's the fucking voice.
Allow me just a moment. Elixir
No, not Malice Thorm.
proceeds to pull out a gun and just blow you away. Tell me a fable, a story, a saga.
Okay. Well, let me keep going here. Make sure I'm not missing anything. So, Mr. Ravencrest, have you anything more to add?
No, I believe that would be all.
Excellent. Let's go down to Mr. Kedrick.
Oh.
Kendrick Lamar.
Reincarnated. I was stargazing.
All right, yeah, Kendrick, you're up. Start talking, you fool.
All right, so Kedrick, he's your average man. He's like, he's got a kind of all right mustache. It's there. There isn't much to it. There isn't much to him in general. He's got kind of broad shoulders, general stature, just normal like normal person. If he's out of his guardsman armor, you couldn't tell him apart from the common person. He's a member of the guard. He's pretty well trained. He's right. He's also the son of a farmer. I think I went with the 9th son of a farmer on a small farm, so there wasn't much for him to do, so he came to town. He's here to kind of, his goal in coming here was to become one of the guard captain's honor guard. That's about all there is to him right now.
Do you have a voice? It better not be a German accent.
It's not going to be a German accent.
What's it gonna be?
Oh
no, I am Indian Kendrick. Huzzah!
Nah, it's just gonna be like, I'm probably gonna do some variation, just my normal voice.
I will do great crime. I will bust not in water tower.
Like,
I-
I'll probably rough up my voice a little bit more, and then
Some kind of never shut up.
Oh, okay, cool. I didn't think you were that ready to run.
I'm not. I never am.
I did want
Alright.
to ask. So I know that like black powder projectile weapons are very rare, but what about stuff like grenades? Like, could my character have been a grenadier?
There are like throwing projectiles, like kind of like smoke bombs, like firecrackers kind of thing. In terms of like an actual like black powder explosive bomb, there have only ever been a few. Most people kind of see it as like a waste of black powder because it's so kind of inefficient.
Okay,
So-
so grenadier regiment should be like off the table. I got it.
Yeah.
all right, Rack,
Okay.
is there any additional information you want from me? Oh, he's also 17 years old.
You didn't tell me that.
Yeah, I
you
did.
did not tell
Yeah,
me
I
that.
did.
Did you really?
Yeah,
Oh shit. Okay.
he's fresh out of guardsman
I
training.
need that for notes.
You didn't like my.
I need that for
I
notes.
am
need space for
32.
notes. Oh, okay. Alignment.
Neutral good.
Growly, alignment.
Chaotic neutral.
Ooh. All right. So Crowley, you are a chaotic neutral. Kedrick.
Neutral good.
Cool. Let's go down to Caddy's character, whose name I cannot pronounce.
Crometh.
Crometh.
So Crometh is the reason why he came out to the city was really to drink away his the many things that he had to bear witness to while clearing out bandit camps around the city while being a part of the frontline infantry. His class is barbarian, reflecting his more heavy attitude towards combat that he had been trained to in the infantry, not the guard. Because, quote, he doesn't like to sit behind walls. That's a direct poke to the guards.
Fuck you.
Also, yes, Kremeth is not a big fan of the guards. He believes that the resources should be used instead with actual soldiers.
I'll have you know our guard
So
cap. Actually, no, I can't tell you that.
There will be a little bit of contention between him and Howie's character. I already forgot his name.
I can't wait for you to meet the fucking Crimfast guards, bro. I cannot wait.
He's fucking 17. Leave him alone.
All right, continue.
Premeth is a very right now. His main objectives are to go for his own goals. Right now, he doesn't really care about the main environment around him. He feels like he's already completed everything he's needed to. But he's still somewhat open to surprises. He's still around mid-20s, being 26. So he's still seen enough in life, but he still has a lot more to go.
Okay. Do you have a voice for this character? You don't need to give it now. I just want to know that you have one in case we do start tonight. Okay. All right. What was your alignment?
I forgot where I forgot where that is. I believe I put it as chaotic neutral, but I forgot where that is in D&D Beyond.
I should be able to look that up really quickly. Let me just pull up everybody's character sheets while I'm at it.
That'd be
Cromith Das. You are chaotic good.
chaotic good. Okay.
Ah, good boy.
All right. So, with that said, I have everybody's characters. I have everybody's tokens. I have everybody's character sheets. So, what I'm going to ask is, do any of you know any of each other before this campaign starts? Would any of you have any connections with each other?
Also, Rackham, I remembered something that I already told you.
Huh?
I'm fairly certain that we went with he is attempting to court a woman.
Yes.
All right.
Always you and the bitches, I swear.
Look, bro, before he dies, I'm trying to get him with a woman. Before he dies.
And shall we, for the sake of argument, name this girl Elizabeth Alganel?
I'm scared.
I like Delilah.
Sure.
I like Delilah. Delilah sounds like a very good name, don't you think, Howie?
How do you spell that, Rackham? Whenever you get the chance.
Elizabeth, you know how to spell Elizabeth. Alganel is Alginal.
Also, might I say, Howie, your notes are chaotic as fuck.
Yeah, your notes are ass.
Yeah, I know. I know.
I
I
was like,
literally,
what the fuck is this?
I literally said that they're deranged. Like, I don't know what you expect from me. I wasn't expecting anyone else to look at them.
Go ahead and give me just like a few minutes, guys, because I'm gonna double check that this map works. In my infinite wisdom, I have several maps at my disposal. So if this one works, we might actually have a good working map. Let me go ahead and fuck with this for a little bit. I'll be right back in like 2-3 minutes.
Solid. Was it here? Nope. I don't even know what that is. Was it here? Nope. There we are.
So what do you guys use to make your maps? Do you guys use World Anvil?
I use what's it called? There's an application I ended up finding online. The fuck is it? Oh, there it is. Dungeon Draft is what I use, and you can download different assets and stuff like that.
Okay, I mean, I think World Anvil. I think it only works with like pre-made like drawings on it. But at least for me, the thing that I fucking love about World Anvil is that you can have your main map, and then you can like have a waypoint, and then it's like inside the town, and in that town you have a whole bunch of other waypoints you can click on, and then go into like the house or yeah.
Yeah, there's one that Caden and I were talking
Gentlemen,
about.
we have a working city map.
Whoa.
So let me go ahead and export this over.
Because I remember I used World Anvil for the Cyberpunk game I was gonna run with some friends at school.
I use Incarnate. I love Incarnate.
Okay. But
Incarnate's a good one to go.
the friend group just kind of crumbled before we could start.
Rackham. Important question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Where along the route of courting this woman is Kedrick?
You're like first base. You've kissed her once, and it was awkward as hell.
My brother ain't even getting the panties.
So, gentlemen, whilst I export this map over, I'm gonna do a little bit of world building for you guys.
But the question
We're gonna
is,
start with Crometh. Oh wait, what?
how'd she react to it? That's another important part.
You could tell. She could tell that you're like inexperienced, like very inexperienced. But overall, she's enjoying the time that she spends with you. So it could go further.
Let's go.
Let me start with a little world building, and I'm gonna start with Crometh. Can you still hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
I can.
Excellent. So, Crometh, you have come to Crimfast because you want a place to settle down. And word has passed down the roads that Crimfast has not quite opened its borders to outsiders, but has allowed for settlers to move in just outside the walls to set up settlements. These settlements are developing. They have stable food, water supplies, stable housing, starting to produce its own income for itself, granted at the tax of Crimfast, but the taxes are negligible at best. You have built yourself a nice home on the outskirt of this little settlement that has rose outside the city walls and have found yourself a comfortable life. Yet you find yourself longing for a little bit more. There's a part of you itching for purpose, adventure. You're a self-driven character. You want something to do. You want something to work for. So you wander the settlement in search of something, whether that be people wanting to scrap, things to do to help people out. You want to learn how to be a civilized man again, correct? Or am I going off the wall there?
Excellent.
I that stood up pretty swimmingly.
Excellent. Crometh, you have built yourself a nice home. It's quaint, it's cozy, it's all you need. Are you living alone?
Yes.
Perfect. So, you have worked in tandem with farmers, hunters, foragers, this sort, to keep a stable source of income in turn for your muscle, whether that be hauling lumber, carrying stone, things of that nature. You feel a good sense of satisfaction from it. And you would say that your life, as of now, is looking pretty solid for a veteran of war.
Oh, also, I would like to add that Crometh does have his main weapons are a great axe and 2 smaller hand axes, so he is able to help with the actual cutting of the lumber.
I assumed.
How
Okay.
old is Kremeth again?
26.
26. Okay. Kedrick,
Ah.
following your recent graduation from the Guards Academy, you find a new sense of confidence, and that allows you to take things further with your interest. However, things were kind of stalled, given your attention being diverted away to the academy to prep for your final assessments, as it were. As you've trained, you've seen very little of the head figure amongst the guards. However, he was present for your assessment and graduation, to which he said very little to you. It was more so just formalities, things expected of a captain of the guard. So now you patrol the streets as a newfound guardsman. However, you do have more freedom. Specifically, you have been moved from your typical patrols more recently to serve a wealthier individual in the higher cloisters of the city, a man called Joseph. Joseph is a well-renowned tailor within the city of Crimfast, as he fastens clothes for the higher ranks of the city and even gambesons for the honor guard. He takes great care, great pride in his work, and there is proof of it in his clothing. He is a well-spoken, polite man, and you find yourself enjoying the time that you spend with him. You almost prefer being one of his guards, one of his bodyguards, compared to a standard patrolman of the streets. As of now, your life's pretty sweet. You make a good pay, you're courting a nice woman, you work for a nice man, life's good. Mr. Crowley! The Raven Queen and her symbols, her guidance is very loose. You feel just this vague sense of direction that you are to follow, whether that be an occasional feather on the paths you walk, or even a blackbird following you above. Regardless of such, it has brought you here, to the outer limits of Crimfast. You have watched these wooden settlements rise in a span of months. As you look upon the walls of this grand city, you recall word from your cloisters of a great war that once happened here when you were a child. A war between the already established Crimfast and an invading warband of orcs, soon to be T-boned almost by a family of Dragonborn who see this ground as sacred to them. Ultimately, Crimfast became victorious. The Dragonborn family was wiped and pushed out of the region, and the orc warband was slaughtered. All thanks to one man and his fervor, who you only know as Dreadmore, the soon-to-be captain of the guard. As you regale yourself in this tale, you decide to take up alongside the other settlers and build yourself a home. Again, it's nothing fancy, it's just a wooden home, very cozy, modest. It's enough to get you by until the Raven Queen calls you home. For the time, you feel as if there hasn't been much intervention from the Raven Mother. However, she works in mysterious ways, and you pass it off as perhaps this is a test. Regardless of such, you, alongside many others, have found yourselves staring up at the grand walls of Crimfast. Maybe wondering as to what's inside. Maybe thinking to yourself the Raven Mother wants you within the walls of the city. However, the gates are closed to outsiders. You must have proof of citizenship or you are barred entry. With that said, a little bit more about Crimfast. Crimfast was established as a small trading hub about a century ago. It was nothing more than a waterway and some trading huts. As this was a well-traveled area of the region, money came, and with it, stone buildings, stone masons, people looking to settle down, call this place a city. With that, the Agonal family saw an opportunity, made investments, and here they are, monarchs of a grand city.
Fuck.
So, with that said, I believe the map has finally finished exporting. It has. Joyous day.
Fuck. Oh,
Let me go
God.
ahead
Oh,
and
Lord.
plug this in.
Oh lord. Okay, hold on. I need to add that in here.
What?
You know
What are you
exactly
adding?
what. You know, I wanna fucking kill myself. Fuck. Why?
You want to know something great? You want to know something great?
Huh?
He's gonna have a fun time with Mr. Crowley. So, with that, we now have the map. Oh wait, no, it needs to be sent into the. What? That's stupid. Okay, hang on a minute. I gotta change the map settings here really quickly. Do you guys have control of your tokens?
9.
Nay.
Okay. Allow me just a
Hey,
moment.
Fuck my
The
legs.
map is just white for me.
Yes.
Nothing. Oh, it's supposed to be like that?
For
Yep.
now.
Okay.
Yatusha, you have control. Spooky, you have control.
Ah, delightful.
Aoi, you have control. Move your tokens around. Okay.
You know.
Now that I have this set up,
I have a
allow me
question.
just a moment. Yes.
Considering that Kedrick doesn't have a last name,
That's on you.
considering the difference in social statuses,
He's just gonna sit there and be like, name, Kedrick.
Your surname. Now allow
I
me
mean-
just a moment. I need to.
Wait, I was gonna say, I mean, if it's old enough, we could say that, like, names are based off of, like, trades, but at the same time, if there's already traders going around, then no. Because the entire kind of reason why that.
I'm Kedrick the First of Kedrick.
so I have an additional question then. Considering that he's the son of a farmer, is the farmer like? Is he considered a citizen of Crimfrast because the farmer supplies food to Crimfrast? Like his family supplies.
Say that again. I'm trying to pull a bunch of shit up.
So because Kedrick is the son of a farmer,
Right.
does he have citizenship?
Your father does. However, he has chosen to stay outside the city just because of the purity of the farmland. So your father, Kedrick, is within one of the settlements, as there are multiple settlements outside the walls. He is in one of those settlements.
Does that settlement have a name? Because then I would be.
These
Kedrick
settlements do
of-
not have names, but you know the location of the settlement in which he resides.
Okay.
Would it be safe to just say, like, it's North Settlement, South Settlement, West Settlement, East Settlement? Just for simplicity's sake?
Another idea. What's my father's name?
That's on you.
Shit.
Uncle Ben. Just, with my settlement, how long would you say I've been in this settlement? And also, am I like a hermit for the most part, or do others know me in this settlement?
Whether or not you are a hermit is up to you. You've been in this settlement for maybe a couple months.
Good. Fuck everyone. I ain't socializing.
How long would I have been in the settlement?
Maybe about a month longer than Crowley. Mr. Crowley!
So, safe to say 5-6 months, maybe.
Yeah.
All right, we're gonna go with my father's name is Merrick. Merrick.
Chimeric from fucking Yu-Gi-Oh?
I don't know. So I'll be Cedric or Kedrick, son of Merrick.
All right. Now, let's go ahead
Oh.
and do this.
It's
Okay.
time.
I will not reveal the settlement map yet. However, if you all are good to begin, we will begin actually doing this shit. So, with that said, grab a drink, grab a snack, get comfy.
It's D&D time, motherfucker.
I am.
With that said, I'm actually gonna go grab a drink. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I'm also gonna go grab one.
Light your incense, light your candles, take a shit. I don't care.
I'm gonna shit in your shit. Or sorry, I'm gonna shit your pants.
Ooh.
Actually, no, I think I'm gonna shit Caddy's pants. I think that'd be funnier. Alright, because Caddy's not here. Face.
Hey, now. Hey, what's good, Howie? All right. Ah.
I was just gonna say, I just realized my fucking eye bags are like terrible.
R.I.P. brother.
All right. What I'm gonna do really quick is add something to.
Like, it looks like I haven't slept for days.
You just look like Crowley with a mustache.
Mr. Crow.
Oh my god, why is this taking so long?
What are you doing?
You'll see.
Are you adding Mr. Crowley to the soundboard?
Maybe.
That's what I'm doing.
Oh, is that what you're doing? Okay, well, you're doing it. Fuck it.
Yeah, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I got the tools.
That's literally what I was doing. I was here like, well, fuck, we're gonna go with this because yeah, that was the first thing I thought of. Was just like the whole Mr. Crowley. Is like, oh bless, let's go for it.
Ah, fuck. Work tomorrow is gonna suck.
Crowley. Same. Actually, what time do I work tomorrow? I'll go back. I've been off 3 days this week.
Ew.
Huh?
Yeah, because I had Monday as a paid holiday.
Right.
So, like, I'll take 3 days off. Fuck this. That's week 2.
I didn't have Monday off.
Close. Yo, Yum Gravy at Everwise tomorrow. Let's go.
Yeah.
You look like a 17-year-old Pedro Pascal.
I don't know, I'm not Hispanic. I'm entirely white.
Maybe just the bags, but like, you just come off as like very Pedro Pascal.
Alright. I need to shave. Oh shit, Caddy's back.
Mr. Crowley.
That's what plays when he goes to shoot his guns.
Nah,
I pull out
it-
the pepper box.
Mr. Crowley.
Nah, it's just
Boy, I got those. I got the love snack.
You know, we need to have Augie animate that for Mr. Crowley, and then just layer that audio over it. We do our first fight.
Fucking Mr. Crowley. One more wrong in your head. It's just him reloading. That's all.
I'm
He's
just
not even
saying.
shooting it. He's just reloading it.
I got
If this
the
shit ever
best
goes
snacks.
viral, this is our campaign. That's what we're doing for it.
That's our intro. Mr. Crowley. It's just our fucking faces.
Yo,
Like the
guys,
fucking
should we-
Weezer.
Should we start just a podcast? It's just our session.
That's what I've been telling Brandon. Is we need to do a fucking podcast.
We would get canceled lightning speed.
Oh no, we can just go to fucking jail.
Yeah.
Bro, listen, starting a podcast is like leaking the group chat. I'm just saying.
Honestly, gentlemen,
It'd be funny, though.
gentlemen, I have an idea. I just streamed this campaign publicly. I don't have it unlisted. I just have it set to public.
Yeah, but then our faces are gonna be all over the internet.
I don't have your
Sure.
faces up.
Do it.
Bet.
All right. So, if everybody has their tokens,
I believe I do, sire.
then I'm gonna go ahead and start placing down.
We're gonna go here.
These here tokens.
Edit.
Mr. Crowley walks into the bar.
Hello, everyone.
I hate you.
Public. Save.
How goes it?
Alright.
It's just Mrs. Doubtfire with a gun.
Hello, Mr. Crush.
Mr. Crowley walks into the bar.
Hello, everyone.
Who are you?
Well, I'm.
Mr. Crowley.
Have you
Alright.
seen a gun before?
It's set to public.
R.I.P.S.
Alright, boys. Time to get Howie banned off of YouTube.
Let's
Time
go.
to get
I'm probably
canceled.
already
Let's
going
go.
to because of the last fucking. Because of fucking yesterday's op that I still need to post.
Oh my god, what did you guys say on the ground? I'm scared.
Oh no, we didn't say anything. It was just a bunch of Let's go. Come on, Jimmy. Because of the last fucking. Jimmy
What
was
did
fucking.
Jimmy do?
He was laying down hate. The rest of us were getting
Yeah.
fucking popped like every 3 seconds. He was out there, no cover, no concealment, just fucking holding down that trigger.
No. I mean, that's what Gray taught Jimmy to do. I was there for his fucking heavy training, so.
Yeah. And in my several attempts to support Jimmy, I was the one that got shot.
I
you
love
just
seeing the
think why-
D&D revised rules pop up.
Did you see the clip of Jax killing the Jedi? It's so anticlimactic.
Dude, I have to clip fucking Toast killing our Jedi. Because it's literally like
Still do.
he slashes 2 people and then Toast just runs up, grabs him and stabs him in the throat from behind.
I still do want a pinup if I ever kill a Jedi Starfighter.
All right. Is everybody here? Is everybody ready?
Hello.
Testing, testing. 1, 2, 1, 2. Am I clear?
You are clear.
All right, doing another test really quick just to make sure that we hear everything correctly. I'm going to turn the gain up a little bit. Is this too much?
Yes.
Nope, you're all queer.
that is too much gain. I don't know what you mean.
Shut up.
Bro got the gains.
Go to the stream.
Where are the streams? Oh, recording.
It just
Oh yeah, let me go and fucking throw this one the fuck in there.
Row your boat gently down the stream.
Fuck you.
Okay. Now, if we are ready, let us begin.
oh, she whipped out a binder. I thought she whipped out a thing of donuts. I was like, yo, I want one.
I'm about to say. All right.
What?
So, we're gonna open specifically with Kedrick.
Let's go.
Go Kedrick.
I'm important.
Kendrick,
Let's go, Kendrick Lamar.
you took a day away from your duties as the bodyguard of Joseph to patrol the outer wall and keep an eye on the outer settlements. And as you do so, you note nothing out of the ordinary. It's a standard day. It's not too hot, not too humid. A fairly simple summer's day. Everything is as it should be. It's almost utopic. Nothing's out of the ordinary, so you chat up a fellow guardsman who graduated around the same time as you, similar in age. Not very many officers, especially no honor guard or the captain. Today's a pretty good day to be patrolling the wall. At the same time, Crumith, as you walk about the streets of this newfound settlement just outside the western gate, may I say, you find that there is an alchemist who has set up a shop around the center of the settlement, who typically calls upon you for aid, particularly for your muscle. Considering you are far more sociable than our dearly beloved
Mr. Crowley.
he typically goes to you for help.
Would it be safe to say that I aided in building his,
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. You'll find that as you walk into his...
You have 2 rings. Can you open another one?
I forgot. As you walk into his shop, he'll quickly usher you over. He's an older individual of shorter stature, not quite like a...
Veldame?
No, not quite like a dwarf or a halfling, just a shorter human, shorter half-elf almost. He'll usher you over to his counter where he has bottles of potions strewn about.
Hey mate, what you need?
It's nothing difficult, son. Just need you to go grab some wood. Smaller branches, preferably. Trying to heat this cauldron fire, but nothing's working.
Aye, smaller branches, any sort of wooden specific you need, or?
Anything that can burn, son.
Aye, need lots of bark too?
It shouldn't matter. Just grab what you can.
You've got it, boss man. And, Crumith is gonna wander off and, go back over to the woods, start ripping off some of the, medium to smaller range branches, and for those that he would assume are a bit larger, would use his hand axe to, cut in half or cut into more manageable pieces.
Okay. Whilst you go and collect smaller branches as firewood, we will go over to Crowley. Crowley, as you sit on the front porch of your home, just biding the time, waiting for another omen from the Raven Mother, you watch as your neighbors, who were there before you can't get too upset, are heading out for the day, their child staying behind with the mother, playing out in the yard. They don't really look over at you. They know not really to interact with you with your gruff demeanor and silent personality. They know not really to speak with you. They won't get much out of it. But you do see that the child is out front playing, kind of inching closer to your house, but not quite intentionally.
So you're telling me he's the neighborhood, like, grouchy old man?
Pretty much.
The kid's inching over.
Like, unintentionally, he's not, like, meaning to. It's just his childlike wonder is bringing him to you.
I'm just gonna in my rocking chair out on my porch. I'm just gonna turn and just stare. Just
No, wait, hang on. hang on. Do that again.
just stare at this kid. Just, not even saying anything, and just gruffly, just
Right as he gets to like the dividing area between the houses, he'll kind of look over at the house, then at you, and then kind of look a little bit scared, and then run back towards his mom. But that's about it.
just gonna sigh.
Crometh, you return to the alchemist with these branches in hand. The floor is yours.
Well, Mr. Potion Man, I've got the branches you need. If you needn't cut up any more, I'll more than happy to do so.
You've been a great help to me, Crometh.
With that, he'll take the branches from you and just loosely toss them underneath a cauldron beside the counter and light the pile of branches with some flint and tinder. With that, it seems you are no longer needed here.
Kramith is gonna just kind of go and wander off to see if there are any more tasks needing to be done.
As you wander the streets, everybody's out kind of doing their own thing. You know, it seems like everybody's being very independent today. Not a lot of work to be done at all, even. It's just one of those days where everybody just kind of wants to lounge around on a nice day like this. So, as time passes and Kedrick patrols the walls that kind of raise above you almost in their height, the day seems to pass quickly. Feasts are had around the houses of the settlement. The walls begin to glow as the sun begins to set, as knights take their watch. And with that, the sun sets, and just as soon as it began, the day ends. As everyone, regardless of where they are, crawls to their bed to take their rest and sleep, they find a peace wash over them as usual. Not a whole lot usually goes wrong at Crimfast. Not really much of any burglaries, murders, kidnappings, any of the sort. It's a fairly well-kept place with good people. And as you all begin to fall asleep, you dream. But your dreams you cannot remember. You get this vague feeling that you're in a dream, but you can't tell really what the dream is. It's of home, or at least what your homes are now, whether that be barracks, wooden homes built outside of city walls. Even for you, Crowley, it's almost as if you're back in your cloister as a child. But all the details are far too vague to even remember. As you awake, though, Crometh, as it comes to your senses, you shoot up. Crowley, you are awoken by it. The smell of smoke and the sound of flames.
Oh, Lord.
Your homes, as far as you can tell, are unaffected by whatever fire there may be outside. Whether this is a bonfire, you don't really know for sure. Crowley, I'll hand this off to you first.
I'll get up, smelling the I said there's smoke. With this aroma, it doesn't seem, I'm assuming, quite right. Like, it seems a little off. I'm gonna go ahead and adorn my usual attire, throw on my boots, all that. And just an inkling, I'm gonna start to walk out the door, but stop. With it feeling just off, I'm going ahead and retrieve my pepper box.
You retrieve the pepper box. As you do so, the metal is cold in your hands, although a familiar feeling to you. You feel at home with this weapon, as rare as it may be. As you return to the door, do you open it and venture out?
Yes.
As you venture outside, you are greeted with this thick plume of smoke as the building beside you is up in flames. Just as you exit your own home, Cromith does the very same. Now, hang on just a damn minute. This isn't what I wanted. No, that's not what I wanted at all.
If
Cromith, as
if-
you exit... No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, as a bit of a contrast, is Cromith is a bit more of an, an action man. As a bit of a contrast, Cromith is with the smell of smoke is gonna scream fire, fire, fire. Even though he doesn't see one physically, he feels the need to scream it to alert anyone who may be nearby. And is going to grab his webbing, which has both of his hand axes holstered, and grab his great axe and rush out and basically slam his shoulder into the door to try and see where the fire is and see if he can rescue anyone who may be stranded.
As you burst out the door, your screams of fire have certainly alerted everyone else. As you exit your home, you notice that it too has caught into flame. And you were lucky enough to leave as urgently as you did, or you would have been stuck. As you leave, you notice that the buildings adjacent to yours have caught on flame. And just down the road, a man is outside his home crying out for his son. Crowley, you hear the same cries.
Where's the guard?
You said this was down the road. To which way? I'm assuming this house.
You're here. The dude he's talking about is right
That's
there.
not me. That's the
Or, yeah.
dragon board.
You're right there.
I'm here. Yeah.
Dude he's
Okay.
talking about is there.
All right. I'm assuming that's the neighbor's house, the one that had the damn kid that tried to get in my yard.
Yes.
Ah, delightful. Let him burn. No. Oh shit. All right. I'm gonna walk out, holler at the man. Hey, where's the kid?
Inside the house with his mother, please!
God damn it. Is there a raven nearby?
Make a perception check. First roll of the campaign, baby. Better be good.
Do. 17.
Through the thick haze of smoke pluming into the sky, you see through it two ravens circling the house.
Guess you want me to save this one too. All right. I'm going to look for an opening, someplace that's not obscured by flame yet.
Okay. Make an investigation for me. Whilst you do so, Cromith, is there anything you would like to do?
I'm gonna guess that I've overheard their conversation, seeing as the man is yelling about how his son is stranded inside.
Yes, you have heard this.
Okay. Let me actually check something.
Come on. Give the guard a chance to get a commendation. I got nothing to do.
Okay, so Cromith in seeing as this is still a settlement that he's helped out in at least with its making or its any sort of construction or maintenance, I'm gonna guess that he's already been able to speak to the man or develop some sort of relationship, even if they're not great friends. So I'm going to use a rage as Cromith runs basically head first with his axe out above his head towards the door, ready to go and strike it down so he can force his way inside and try and save whoever.
Make a roll to hit with your weapon.
My D20, there it is. Nat 20.
With ease, the door comes down at the blade of your axe. And Crowley, as you look around for an opening, you see none until a burly man rushes in and just, like paper, tears the door down, taking some of the frame down with it, creating a incredibly easy opening.
That'll do. I'm gonna follow suit.
Cromith, as you just barge into this collapsing house, all you see is smoke and cinder as the distant cries of a child and their mother ring out through the bellowing walls.
Wee man, lass, keep screaming so I can find you. Crom's gonna scream out, trying to kind of guide himself using their voices. I am gonna guess that the wood on the inside is damaged, so being able to barge his way through a wall would be a bit easier than it would normally be.
Yes, the smoke is drawing the wood out, and it's becoming more brittle as time passes, but with that said, you know very well that your time here is very limited.
Also, if you collapse a wall, you might hasten the collapse of the roof.
Yeah, I mean, right now, I would say that Cromith isn't really thinking about, you know, oh, this or that. He's really just kind of thinking, I need to get these people out of this house ASAP. So he's gonna look around the first room. What kind of role would it be to try and like make an effort to see which direction they're screaming from?
That would be a perception.
I rolled a 15. Six, 7, 8, 9, 19.
19. You know where the screams are coming from. From your entryway, they're coming from around the corner in this room here.
Okay. So, Cromith is gonna kind of keep up on his direct path. Would there be a would there be a door closer to him that he could go through, or would it just be easier to go through the wall here?
As you round the corner, you notice that there is a wall with a door that is blocked by debris. Howard, check your DMs, you fool.
Oh. Then, Cromith will, once again try and barge through the wall with his great axe. As clearing debris would be a bit harder, at least in this situation. He'd think that clearing the debris from a door, then you know there might be more debris on the other side of the door. Might be a bit harder than just barging in through the wall and making the quickest entrance that he can.
Make a roll to hit with your weapon of choice. While he does this, Crowley, is there anything you're doing now that you have entered the house?
Seeing as we've now located where the kid's at, I'm going ahead and follow suit waiting for him to get this debris out. That way we can get this kid and get the fuck out of here.
The both of you make a perception check for me.
I already made a perception check. Would you
Make
like-
another.
Okay. 8.
And
Okay. While you are trying to rescue this mother and child, let's see. Cromith, what was your roll?
I rolled an 8.
You rolled an 8. Crowley, just faintly over the sound of burning wood, you can hear bells. You cannot hear anything else other than bells. Bells that you haven't heard, but it sounds like they're coming from the walls of the city. Now, Cromith, remind me again, what was that roll to hit?
Rolled to hit, I got a 6.
You got a 6. You bring your axe down on the wood, however, as embers spray from a nearby pillar, they block your vision and hit your arm, causing the blade to tilt on its way down, and the face of your axe strikes the wall. It does not create an opening.
is this debris, like, is there, like, leeway enough for me to, like, kick the door down?
It is... The debris is sitting up at your belly button line, almost. Like, if you could do, like, a high roundhouse kick, you could probably clear it.
Let's go for it.
Awesome, make an unarmed.
Alright, unarmed to hit. 8.
Your foot comes around as you spin and bring your foot to the door, but all it does is kick into the debris. However, this has damaged the debris to the point where it could be removed effectively.
I'm gonna look to the hulking gentleman. Well, come on, muscle fuck, get it moved.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Make that athletics roll for me, Cromith.
Athletics. 12.
12. You clear just barely enough to at least get through the door.
Cromith is going to. Are the woman and child in sight now, or is there still more?
Are you? Well, how do you open the door?
Oh, I thought he already opened the door. My bad. Cromith is noticing that there isn't much space. Is just going to hand over his hand axe to
Mr.
Crowley!
Mr. Crowley, and you know, without really even saying a word, then reach into his webbing and grab his 2 hand axes and just start bashing at the door, trying to still chip away at it with less force than his great axe, but it requires less space, so it's kind of a better trade-off there.
Okay. Go ahead and roll me just a d20.
8.
8.
8.
You bring both of your hand axes down to this door, and surprisingly, it just whittles away, disintegrates under the blades and the weight of your rage. The path ahead is clear, and before you is a mother holding her son tightly to her to at least try and protect him as much as she can.
Is there a window to this room?
There is, however, the frame has collapsed.
Is there enough space for me to vault through with an extra person in hand?
No. You would have to clear it.
Would there be enough space for him to pass a person through, though?
With a little finagling.
How much damage would the child take?
Depends on how well you finagle.
I'm gonna run in and grab this kid and shove this kid through the fucking window.
Okay. Alright. What I want you to do for me is roll me a dexterity.
$11.
You successfully swoop this child into your arms and you race for the window. Cromith, are you going to do anything with the mother?
Arguably there is going to be less space, and there is a somewhat perfectly good path behind me. So Cromith is gonna pick up the mother, like the fireman style, and just gun it out the way that he came from.
Okay. I will not have you roll anything for that. So. Mr. Krele, as you take this child and throw him through what little opening there is, he lands pretty hard into some of the debris. However, the debris gives way, and he is thrown out through the window successfully.
Just as I'm yeeting this small child through the window, all right, out you go, lad, and just chuck him.
All right. Is there anything you wish to do now that the child is out?
With the kid out there, I'm just gonna like, now that the room's pretty well secure, I'm gonna book it for the exit.
Okay. So you'll follow behind Cromith?
Yep.
All right. As you all file out, we're going to switch over to Kedrick. Kedrick, you ring the bells and scream of fire in the western settlement, and slowly but surely, guards come running. First, typical guardsmen. A few seniors scattered, and then an officer. And then another officer. And another. 2 more. And then an honor guard. Followed by another. Followed by the captain, who parts the sea of kettle hats and helmets and stands beside you, reaching out to one of the honor guards for a telescope as he gazes upon the burning settlement. He will collapse the telescope and hand it to his honor guard as he turns around and faces the sea of guards just standing in awe at the flames. Don't just stand there, you animals! Move! And like that, everyone goes rushing down the stairs of the walls to the gate as it groans open as the gate climbs up into the recess of the wall. As these guards rush down the steps, the captain turns to you, Kedrick.
You are one of the new graduates, correct?
I said.
Prove your worth to me. If you survive without a scratch, we'll talk about getting you better accommodations. Now.
With that, Kedrick is gonna go and just like slightly bow his head. I'm guessing he doesn't have any of his like normal uniform on, just like some basic clothes. Right?
I would imagine that I would imagine that he slept in his gambeson.
What? Just like he didn't want to sleep under his blanket, so he just had it
It's
has
too
his
much work. He just
gambeson
slept
on.
in his gambeson.
All right. Well then, with that, Kendrick is gonna go and just like bow, kind of like very shoddily because he doesn't fucking know how to, and fucking book it towards the.
You'll hear he yells out behind you.
Quickly now, boy. Go, go!
Can I roll for how quick he's running?
We'll do a dexterity.
Ah, fuck, I'm not good with those. 19, baby!
You are booking it down the stairs. You're jumping across some of those steps. And eventually you make it to the front of the sea of kettle hats just racing towards the settlement. Now, we'll jump back over to Crometh, Crowley, and the citizens that were saved. As you all escape the house, the child who accompanies his mother will hug the father as the man looks to the both of you.
Thank you. Truly, thank you.
Crowley's just gonna nod.
Prometh, still a bit on high alert mode, is gonna grab his a great axe back from Mr. Crowley, holstering his two hand axes while he does so, and quickly, without really acknowledging it, just because of the heat of the moment, will start rushing over to the some of the other houses, trying to see if there's anyone else who's been injured.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna ask the father, did you see anyone else? What started the fire?
I don't know. I woke up and everything was on fire. I tried to get my wife and my son out, but the house collapsed. I couldn't get to them. I do know that Johann is still in his home with all of his potions and whatnot. I fear for his safety. I must get my wife and my son out of here. Please, if you can, help him.
That Crowley's gonna nod. Is there a raven near Johann's place?
You would have to make a perception roll.
Let's perceive some bullshit. 14.
14. Now, not knowing where your Johann's home is due to the fact that you are a hermit, the only thing guiding your way is a lone raven circling somewhere deeper within the settlement.
I will follow the raven.
As you do so, the man will take his wife and child alongside you, but not quite following you. Presumably going towards the walls for safety. Crometh, as you go to the next house over, you notice that there is nobody here. They've most likely already evacuated.
Alright, then Crometh is gonna call out just to make absolutely sure and if he's not missing anything.
You hear nothing in response.
Then Crometh is going to, even though there is a chance that there might be a person there but unconscious, he would rather at least focus on getting the most people out rather than spending all of his energy to get one person who's severely injured and leaving others to their inevitable fate if he does not aid. So he's going to rush across the street towards the other house. Would I need to do a dexterity check to jump over the fence?
No, it's a relatively low fence.
What is Kedrick doing? Just still booking it?
We'll get to you.
And so, kind of running up the stairs. So at least on the image, this house isn't really on fire. There's still some sparks. Is in reality, is it like actually really like burning, or is it?
This one is not burning.
Okay. Then once again, he is going to call out to see if anyone is present inside the house.
You are met with no response.
Cromith, knowing that, well, in his house there's no one, and being decently sure that in the house of Mr. Crowley he doesn't have any roommates, he's gonna take one last look around the surroundings of his area of the settlement and be a bit satisfied before starting to look at other areas of the settlement to help go save people. Or at least evacuate people from their homes.
I'm assuming the direction I'm running in is over here.
You are, yeah, you guys are going to be going down this way.
Alright.
So, as you guys run down the streets, you notice that all the citizens of this settlement have pretty quickly realized that their homes are on fire and are slowly beginning to evacuate and run towards the city walls. However, your rescue efforts bring you deeper and deeper into the settlement, whether you are aware of it and it is your intention or not. Crowley, as you approach where Johann's home is signified by the raven, you notice quickly that the fires here are much, much bigger.
Oh no. Oh lord.
Oh boy.
I'm at a
Specifically, the raven circles the biggest pit of fire in the settlement.
Shit. Alright. I'm assuming I've made it to this particular pit of fire.
With time, yes.
I will call out and see if I can receive any response from anyone inside.
You don't get a verbal response, but you can hear what sounds like an old man hacking and coughing.
Is there a source of water nearby?
There is a single pail of water with a well some 30 feet away.
I'm going to... You said the pail had water in it?
Yes.
I'm going to douse myself with the water.
Okay.
And not even thinking, I'm going to find the least flamed area and enter the building.
Okay. Cromith, what will you do?
Cromith, seeing that Crowley has entered another building, is going to assume that there are more people in need of saving. So he is going to follow suit, just rushing headstrong as he did before into the same entrance. With, of course, the intention to help whoever's inside. And then also realizing that, you know, it is the alchemist house that he had helped earlier that day. There's a slight chance that he might be the one responsible with the firewood that he had provided. So there's also kind of an aura of dread going over him.
I don't know, it could also be just the old man didn't tend to the fire properly.
Okay.
Well, I'm hearing this big man gave kindling to old man, so I'm like, this is why Crowley don't help bitches.
Okay. So as you two enter the building, you will see that it's a more open building and everything is visible. You do see that Johann, presumably this elderly man, Krameth, you do know who this is, and you know this is the man you're looking for. He's pinned by debris, hacking and coughing, seeing two silhouettes just within his field of view. He's going to reach out one arm in search of help.
Thing is, the old man's pinned. I'm gonna assume that the best option would probably be to get the debris off of him and then to drag him out. So I'm gonna look to big man. Hey, muscles. Lift these big ass logs. Come on. I'll pull them out.
I was thinking the very same thing myself. So, Muscles is going to kind of go on the left side, seeing that fucking Mr. Crow went on the right, and just he's gonna kind of try and haul the debris upwards so that the old man can kind of slip himself free.
Okay. I'm gonna have the both of you roll athletics for me.
Wouldn't it be strength?
Athletics is the strength.
Fuck, that's 4.
Oh, my bad. Hold on. 9.
Okay. Mr. Crowley, you can't even begin to pull the man out, as Krameth cannot seem to lift the debris. Johann, now easily able to see the two of you. He's gonna hack a little bit more, and he'll begin to speak out as loud as he can over the sound of the flames.
Just leave me! Go!
Can I gauge to see roughly if this house is going to be collapsing anytime soon?
Make an investigation for me.
23, nat 20.
You have maybe 30 seconds is your safe zone, kind of.
Come on, man.
You have enough time to at least try one more time.
Let Kedrick get
wait a
in
second.
there.
I just realized I still have rage, so I should have rolled advantage. My bad.
You guys can re-roll if you choose.
Let Kedrick get in there. Come on. Let him go
Oh
help.
no, I have plans. I have plans for Kendrick.
Yeah, advantage is rolling twice.
Also, one thing real quick. While we're running through, if I pass any burning buildings, I'm gonna have I'm gonna call out to the other guardsmen to start drawing up water and start dousing the untouched houses.
Okay.
Krameth is going to once again start pulling up on the debris.
Okay. Crowley, I'm assuming you're going to attempt to pull Johann
As
out.
soon as I see if these logs can move, like I don't want to damage and hurt the old man, but if like it looks like they're moving, yeah, I'm gonna try to pull the old man out.
Okay, re-roll.
I just rolled a 15,
Okay.
and my advantage is 15, so no changes there.
Okay. Now, Krameth, you lift the debris up, but Crowley, you cannot seem to plant your feet well enough to slide Johann out from under the debris. However, seeing an opportunity, Johann is going to attempt to crawl himself out. To which he will fail. Cromith, is there anything you would attempt to do?
Try to throw the debris, like at least the part that you have.
Broman, take me great axe and lower this weight for me. And his great axe would be on his back, just kind of waiting to be taken as he wishes.
So you're trying to throw this log, right?
Yeah, but I'm first asking you to take the great axe on my back so that you can lighten the weight.
Yeah, I'll take it.
Okay. Cromith, you will roll athletics 3 times. Take the highest roll.
Alrighty.
While he rolls, Kedrick, you kind of take leadership with some of these guardsmen, and despite your lack of rank, they listen to you. However, an officer hears and goes to say something, but stops himself. Seeing as it's not a bad idea, he lets you get away with it.
It's what they did. It's a sensible thing. Alright, with that, Kedrick is gonna keep moving through, helping to throw water where needed.
Okay.
Until he's told to do something else by someone higher rank than him. He's gonna keep trying to save the buildings, or until he hears someone in a building.
Alright. Cromith, what was that roll?
Athletics, right?
Yep.
19.
19.
I'll be right back. I'll be right back.
Okay. With this, you are able to free Johann. As he coughs, hacks some more, a few wheezes here and there. He'll stand upright, a little wobbly, and he'll kind of almost stretch a little bit and then hold his side.
Thank you, son. Oh, all right, let's go. Leave everything.
Don't have to tell me twice.
Promise, obviously suspecting that the old man had taken some, at least some considerable damage to his legs, being underneath that heavy debris with his weaker body. He's gonna quickly, once again, throw the old man into a fireman's carry and rush out the door like he did before with the woman.
Okay. You two will do so. As you exit, you notice a much bigger flood of settlers now racing towards the walls as the inferno grows brighter.
I return. I'm back. Oh, there we go. I'm back.
Knowing that this old man's potentially injured, and I have interest because of the Raven signaling his is there anyone in this town that we know of that is well versed in medicine or like medical aid?
Not within the settlement.
Great.
Either way, you wouldn't know. You were a hermit.
Doesn't mean I don't pay attention.
Yeah, true. But you don't socialize, though. That's the big thing. All right. Well, as you notice these floods of settlers begin to race towards the wall, Johann will pretty much push himself off of Cromith to his feet.
Thank you. Thank you. I must get to the walls. Please, just let the building burn. There's nothing in there I can't get back.
You've got it, old man.
With that, he's going to hobble alongside the rest of the settlers towards the gates. With that, you'll see just a few stragglers behind everyone else. And as they run past, some of them will yell out to you, "This is everybody! To go!"
Cromith is going to first, once again, grab his great axe back from Crowley and kind of start following the crowd while waving for Crowley to follow him.
Is there any harm in sticking around to investigate the fires?
You could.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick around and try to find the source of what caused all this. If it's a person or if it's just by whim.
Okay. Cromith, are you gonna...
Seeing that Crowley's gonna stay, Cromith will follow suit and just remain with. Although
Okay.
not participating in the investigation, more so just there to make sure that he doesn't hurt himself.
As...
This,
No, go ahead.
I was gonna say, seeing this, I'm gonna turn to the big guy. Go with the townspeople. I'll be fine.
No can do, lad. You're one of us too.
I don't know about that. No. Old brawn, no brains. All right, fine, come along. And then we're just gonna investigate the fires.
Okay. As the inferno grows, more smoke begins to rise, decreasing vision, making it hard to breathe. If you wish to find out what happened more, roll an investigation at a disadvantage.
Yay. Well, I've got a 15 for my lowest.
15 at your lowest. You can see that the fires are randomly distributed as if there was some kind of explosion, but you didn't hear an explosion. Maybe you were too far out to hear it, or something else covered it. You don't really know. All you know is, from this kind of a spread of fire, it had to be some kind of explosion. Other than that, the fire itself seems normal. Nothing arcane or otherwise abnormal is fueling these flames. The smoke definitely tastes like smoke. It's hard to breathe, makes your eyes water. It's not very good on the lungs. Particularly of note, however, is there are no ravens, there are no feathers, there are no guide markers for you here.
Seeing as there's no ravens necessarily guiding or indicating, shows that my points of interest are pretty much null at the moment. But knowing that's an explosion, is there a way to kind of pinpoint where this may have originated from the explosion, given the spread of fire?
Given your investigation rolls, you could easily assume that the source of this flame could be from Johan's shop.
I'm just gonna shake my head. Damn alchemist. Alright, come on, big lad. Let's head back.
Cromith is gonna quickly nod his head and just try and match the pace of Crowley as they both run back.
Cromith. And Cedric both. Not Cedric, Kedrick, I'm sorry. Both of you make me perceptions.
Is this something I'm good at? Not really.
Not one.
6.
You should roll a 1. Okay. Alright. Now, Kedrick, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. And Cromith both. I'm going to use your passives for this, is because it's not like you're looking for this.
Okay.
You get the sense that someone has their eyes on you, but there's no one around. As you look around the horizons, closer into the tree lines, you almost see eyes reflecting the light of the fire back at you. You have to take a double take, but when you make that double take, they're gone. shrug it off as nothing and continue on. As you get clear of the inferno and the flames, the sound of burning wood begins to die out. And with that, the night becomes quiet once again. As you approach the walls, the sounds of worry and unrest amongst these settlers of the currently burning settlement are becoming increasingly audible. That's not it. Let's see here. I'm losing track of my, there we go. That's what I wanted. So, as you all approach the walls, you will come across a grouping of guards posted just outside the walls, tending to the settlers who have come for safety. You will see that most of them have already been fed through the gates to the scattered apothecaries, presumably, at least. And as you approach, you notice that there are only a few left.
One guard doesn't have his armor on.
You'll notice that one guard specifically is only wearing his gambeson.
You know, we'll go with he was sleeping in just his normal clothes, but when he got up, like with the smell of smoke, he like threw on the gambeson because that's like the easiest thing to throw on that still provides protection. We'll go with that as the explanation.
Nah, he had his PJs on and he threw the gambeson.
Exactly.
Kramis, Crowley, is there anything you guys would like to do?
Of these settlers that are here, is there anyone that is like far worse for wear and probably isn't going to make it?
You'll notice that there's an elderly lady who suffers from a pretty serious burn on her arm, but she doesn't seem too fazed by it, honestly.
Then I'll pay no mind to the other settlers.
However, your perception picks up something. The boy. Boy.
Boy.
What am I perceiving with this child?
There's something stuck in his hair.
If it's got note worth to catch my attention, I'm gonna approach the child and see what that is.
As you approach, you'll notice that the mother is hunched over her child, fussing over her, asking if he's hurt, if he's okay, things like that. As you approach, you'll notice that tucked within his hair is a single raven feather, slightly singed.
I walk to the boy directly in front of him. I'm gonna peer down at him and pluck the feather out of his hair.
The boy and the mother both are just gonna look up at you confused.
Just gonna look at the kid, just stone-faced and just... The Raven Matron has plans for you. Stay spry, but stay out of my yard. And then I'm just gonna turn and walk away.
The mother is gonna look concerned. However, the boy seems excited at this notion. And he's gonna, as you're walking away, reach for the feather, but he's gonna pull his hand back. He's just
Do I
gonna
notice
like...
him reaching.
You do.
I'll stop.
He's going to continue to hold his hand out for the feather.
I'll walk back towards him. Do you know what this is?
He's going to nod his head yes.
Here. And I'm going to place the feather in his hand. Keep it
Yes,
safe.
Howie. The boy is going to nod enthusiastically and turn back to his mother and father, keeping the feather close to his chest.
The first time in an age. It's going to remind Crowley almost of himself when the acolytes took him in. He's going to smirk a little bit. I'll continue to walk away now.
Kedrick, you'll watch as the distant guardsmen control the flames with as much water as they can bring. And as you look out, you'll see that the officer who once stood behind you now stands at your side. He's going to look at you.
For a foot soldier without his armor, you do seem to make quite a good knight.
I was just doing what oh my god, I'm having a fucking stroke. I was just doing what any man would do, sir.
Indeed you would. I'll take note of your accomplishments tonight, up to Captain Dreadmore. I'm sure he'll want to speak with you come dawn. Now, if you want to continue your leadership, I would see to it that these fine folk, and he's going to gesture out to the settlers, including Crowley and Crometh, see these individuals to the city. If they need medicine, take them to an apothecary. If they're seriously ill or injured, take them to the church. Otherwise, find them suitable arrangements until their settlement can be rebuilt. I'll see to it that Joseph is aware of your current postings.
Kedrick will bow his head. Of course, sir. With that, I'm gonna go and call out. Is anyone here injured? Is anyone here burned or cut or anything of the such?
The first voice to pierce the crowd is that of an elderly woman. This woman, you can tell, her arm is mangled. But despite this, she doesn't seem in pain, and all she yells out is, "No!"
Kendrick is just gonna look at her. I'm gonna look over at this guardsman and just kinda take a step towards him and just say, "Guide her to the church, please."
Are you sure? I mean, I get her arm is bad, but she doesn't seem to be in pain.
Yes, but we don't want the burn getting infected, because then...
Fair point, brother, fair point.
All right, ma'am, you're coming with me. And as he steps to the elderly lady, she'll bring up her cane and just bop him on the head.
I can walk myself, dummy.
At that, she's gonna waddle down, and the guards honestly just gonna let her.
Please at least do escort her so that we
What?
make sure that she gets that.
Oh, he's wide.
What good?
Alright, is no one else injured?
The crowd will look to themselves and kind of unanimously shake their head no.
Alright. Very well. Go ahead and follow me. I'll go and take one other guardsman, if one of you would so please. Everyone else can go and do, I guess, kind of as they see fit. and I'm gonna go and start walking towards the walls. Are you two following me?
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah.
Kramith is still gonna look. Is still gonna stay a bit outside of the crowd, still showing his dislike for the guard.
Crowley's gonna stay behind as well.
Look, bro, we're doing the best we can.
And we see how that went.
What do you expect us to do? We were inside the walls.
Maybe patrol outside too.
I don't have control of that. I just
Okay.
graduated. Yep.
You
if I just
lead
be
these
like, guards with
individuals
lives matter?
into the city, and you find them arrangements where they need it.
All right.
Crowley, Cromith, you are sent to a tavern, which doubles as an inn. Seeing the rapid influx of settlers, this inn is essentially a shelter now, to the owner's dismay. Specifically, a man named Bug. The tavern Bug's Ale and Inn is your new home for the time being. As everyone finds their way to their rooms for the night, you all sleep and pray that your lives can return to normal soon. With that said, months go by, and you hear nothing of any progress made to rebuild the Western settlement. As far as you are aware, it is all still ash and rubble.
Not all of it. We saved like 2 houses, probably. Hopefully. Maybe. Please.
Kramith is just gonna chalk this up to town's guard being incompetent compared to proper out in the field footmen and infantry.
Now, as you all bide your time within a certain sector of the city, not really straying much farther given your limited visas into the city, as again, you need citizenship of which you lack. You begin to notice that the semi-permanent residents of Bug's Ale and Inn slowly diminish. As to where, you can't say. However, one morning you wake up and have already familiarized yourself with the typical bed and breakfast that Bug serves. You make your way down into the tavern hall and find it, as usual, bustling with life. The food.
I'm gonna guess that since we're not real citizens, the townsfolk are kind of treating us as like a lower class.
Yes. Now, as you all make your way down to the tavern, you will notice that sitting at the bar are 2 individuals. A man of elegant clothing, long hair, soft features, a soft voice, and a guard wearing typical guardsman attire with a long sword. And they seem to be sitting, having a conversation. Other than that, though, you are still invited regardless by Bug, who, a bugbear, is still pretty gruff. About as gruff as Crowley. They kind of clashed a little bit when they first met. He'll invite you over, kind of just expecting the same old routine.
that
I'm
guard?
assuming. Is it you?
That's what I'm
It
asking.
would be.
Okay. Can I roll to recognize these two?
You do not need to. You do.
Okay. If they're still around when my conversation with Joseph finishes, I'm gonna go approach them and you know, stuff.
Oh, well, do the two of you sit down at the tavern or the bar?
Yes, I will.
They sit right next to you.
Oh, neat. So, what's Joseph and I talking about? Is he giving me
Just-
relationship advice?
Day-to-day routines, primarily. A slight recount of what happened months prior at the fire at the West Settlement, and just as these two come down, how your current affairs are with Miss Elizabeth.
All right. I guess as they take a seat, I'm gonna be saying, it's not going well. I don't think it's kind of not much has changed in the last few months.
Kedrick, listen to me. I love you like a brother. Really, I do. And I almost see myself as a father figure to you. So I'm going to answer you very bluntly. You're spending too much time as a guardsman. You're not living as a teenager. You're supposed to be out there making love in the night, getting drunk, all the fun things I used to do. And you're just sitting there being a guard, holding a sword. I bet it gets boring.
Real quick, Rackham, lore question: Are guards allowed to just take days off, or do we have to go through an officer for that?
You would. It is a very strict process, courtesy of Dreadmore.
Solid. It's very difficult to get days off.
See, that's why I have you working under me. All you have to tell me on one of the days that you're working for me, hey, I want to go fuck a girl. I'll let you do it. I don't need you. I mean, no offense. I mean, who's going to rob me? I can handle myself just fine.
With that, Joseph's going to look over at the two bigger gentlemen who have sat beside you, Kedrick.
Seems you've got company. I'll leave you to it.
And with that, he's going to pat your shoulder.
Kedrick just kind of like, and I just kind of like sigh, and he's gonna turn to you two. Kind of just look at you for a moment. Oh, you're two of the settlers that I guided in here, aren't you?
What do you want, guardsman? Have we done anything wrong?
No. Not that I would know if you had. I just kind of walk around with him all day, and I'm gonna point at Joseph.
Keep in mind, I still pay you.
Fair. But say, how are your accommodations here? How's it going?
Do I have food and drink?
Bug has already memorized what you guys usually get, and with it having been months, your food's already in front of you.
I'm not even gonna answer. I'm just gonna eat. I'm just gonna say grits.
It's just grits, that's all
My,
he gets.
my delightful grits, and just keep staring forward, just ignoring this random guardsman just chattering next to me.
I'm gonna just
Pri-
look at him.
Promise is probably gonna have like a big bucket of like fuck off bowl of beans with like toast and like some bacon.
I thought this was gonna be straight fucking beans.
Just a spoon.
Good diet of beans.
What you think? What you think? I'm not gonna use the toast as just scoop beans out and eat it on the toast, or just fucking stir the bacon in the beans?
I don't know,
Flavored
your
toast.
big hulking muscly ass. I thought you just scoop them out. Just
No, you know, I changed my order. Only beans.
Kedrick is gonna kind of like look at the bowl of beans and just kind of look back at him look back at the beans, look back at him. I'm going to take it that you guys are doing pretty alright.
Not sponsored by Heinz.
It's just a bowl of Bush's baked beans you've got in front of you. I'm just gonna, like, I'm shoveling just grits in my mouth. I'm assuming the like my mustache and beard has like grits like kind of speckled in it, like tagged in it, and I'm just gonna look at him and just go, and back to eating.
What? Just kind of like smile at him?
They just look at you and just give you like a toothy smile that's just kind of forced, like. And just back to eating my grits.
Kendrick is just gonna kind of like shrug. All right, fair. Well, if you guys need anything more, I can do my best to get
Watch
you.
how you talk, Kedrick. I'll make you.
I would never say something without meaning it, Joseph.
He's just gonna look at you like.
Don't look at me like that. That.
I'm just saying. Had you been true to your words, you would have married that girl by now.
That's complicated, okay?
How is it complicated? And I'm getting sidetracked. With that, a voice will pierce the tavern very drunkenly and slurred. You! As one man in a stained long coat is gonna stand up from his table and kind of saunter over to the bar, specifically at Crowley and Crommeth. You come to our city, our city, and you eat our food, drink our water, and sleep in our beds. And with that, he's gonna like spit in your face, Crowley.
Oh my god.
Still
With
chewing on my
that,
grits.
Kedrick is gonna stand up. He's
I-
gonna step between the two.
Promise is going to put his hand in front of in front of the guardsman. Not again, still not really believing that he can do anything, and growing rather protective of Crowley over the past few months, is gonna grab one of the hand axes out of his holsters, but hold it upside down. So he's
Same.
really
That
losing the
is
handle.
unnecessary. Please put that back away, sir. Please step away. Please just go back to your table. They have done nothing wrong. They would be.
You're supposed to work for us. Why are you defending them?
They would be eating the food anyway.
They've been doing just fine out there. The way
Yes,
I see
eating
it,
the same
way I
food as
see-
you.
No. Shh. No. Listen to me. You serve me. Okay?
No, sir.
Crowley, just chewing his grits, is just going to turn on the bar stool, and I'm just going to take my 4 fingers and just stick it in the dude's mouth.
You are supposed to protect me.
Yep.
I serve Captain Dreadwater, sir.
You're
I-
ruining my grits. Go. I'm just gonna push him with like fingers in his mouth.
I'm gonna look at Crowley and just say that was unnecessary. I'm gonna turn back to the man. I'm gonna kind of walk towards him, kind of like turn him away, hand on his chest, hand on his shoulder, and kind of like walk him back to his table and just like talk to him the entire way.
I'm just gonna sniff my fingers. Ugh. Just
Smells like
wipe
really
it.
cheap ale.
Just wipe it on my this leather trench coat and just go back to eating my grits.
That's not fair, man. You gotta tell me that's not fair, right?
It's by orders of Captain Dreadmore, sir.
Captain All right, Captain Fuckmore can fucking suck it, man.
And with that, he's gonna like try and turn around.
With the comment of fuck more, Kedrick is going to tighten his grip, kinda forcefully slap him in the chest, definitely harder than needed, and say, "Now, sir, don't go saying things that might get you in trouble, because there are definitely some guardsmen that would make something up to get at you for that. So please sit down. Don't do anything unnecessary as long as you're drunk."
He's gonna like look at you with a bit of a more solemn expression.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I've been stressed, man. Can I go apologize?
Of course. With
Thank
that,
you.
he's gonna go and kinda slowly guide him back just for a moment.
He's gonna like stumble back and he's gonna like tap Crowley on the shoulder.
Gonna turn slowly, chewing my grits. Huh.
He's still like just swaying a little bit.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't want to be rude. Okay. How's about I'll make you food. You want food?
No.
You sure? I'll make good food. I'm a cook. I'm a cook. I will make you food.
No. And I'm just gonna turn back to my grits, shoveling the last of it up.
Oh, no. See, look, let me show you. Knuckle sandwich!
And he's gonna like bring his hand down, not necessarily in a fist, just kind of like relax, and he's just gonna hit you in the back.
Kedrick is just gonna like kinda like push him back, not hard, but just enough that he's like in the state that he's in, he's gonna like stumble a little bit, but hopefully not fall.
Can I roll something to try and catch his wrist?
Sleight of hand.
Ooh.
If he hits this, how hard of a hit is this?
14.
Ooh. You don't catch his wrist. You catch his hand.
Ooh.
And he's just gonna look at you like,
Do you know who I am?
As he keeps speaking, fucking Kramith is just gonna slowly start twisting his hand.
okay.
Do you know who I? Ow! Ow! Oh!
So I have a question. Do I know who he is?
No.
No. Solid.
What are these trays or plates made out of?
Like almost like an aluminum. It's a very light metal.
As he's doing this and twisting his hand around, like I can just feel like him being induced behind me and like obviously know that he's trying to hit me at this point. Guys hear like the fist and all that. I'm gonna finish my grits. I'll be like, I'll cook too. Just hit him with the fucking tray, backhand upside the head.
Okay. Roll to hit with an improvised weapon.
Oh, also, mind you, my hands are still sticky from fucking shoving handfuls of beans in my mouth.
So it's like
Do you know who I? Oh! Wait! Why is it sticky?
So with the improvised weapon, is that just an unarmed strike still technically?
So I believe with improvised weapon, that would be. Let me see here.
I'm not seeing it in the attack rolls.
That would just be your unarmed modifier.
Oh, okay, so that'd be my +3 then.
Yes.
Woohoo!
Can I try to stop it from hitting him in the face?
Do you have interception?
What's interception?
It's a feat.
I do not know.
You cannot.
Damn.
You hit him. You hit him in the cheek. But it kind of grazes and slides off. It doesn't really like twang. It just kind of almost like if it were sharp, it cut him. But it's gonna kind of like make a thump, but it's not really gonna make that satisfying frying pan like twang sound. It's like,
Ow! Ow! Why is it stiff?
Now, mate, that was unnecessary.
Hey, no. Shh.
No, sir,
Yeah.
you shut the fuck up. You go sit back down. Or I will
Hey,
throw
don't-
you in manacles and I'll
don't-
put you in the dungeon.
don't-
Alright?
Don't talk to me like that. I pay your wages. You know that?
And you just incited this. So you can either go sit back down or I will make you.
With a pan.
And you tried to hit him with your fist.
I'm gonna hit you with my fist.
While this
I'd
is
like to
going on
see you
behind
try.
me, I'm just gonna slide bug a gold coin and just be like, sorry for the damages.
he's gonna like take 2 fingers and slide it across the table and oh wait.
I knew I liked you.
Likewise.
You want another?
Yes, please. I love more grits.
And
With that he'll take the damage tray and give you another tray.
so is Drunk Man gonna swing on me? I told him I'd like to see him try.
Well, as he's like, you can tell he's like winding up for it, right? But as he does this, the doors swing open. And as they swing open, a Crimfast officer enters.
Oh lord.
As the officer comes in, Kramath is just gonna settle back down, continuing to defend.
The drunk man is gonna turn around and look at the officer.
Officer.
He's gonna like kind of stumble over.
That guard, right? He just threatened me twice.
Geoff.
He was gonna hit me.
Geoff. Fucking Kedrick is just gonna kind of like pinch the bridge of his nose and shake his head.
The officer's just gonna look.
Right. How about you sit down and I will handle it. Oh, thank you. See, I knew paying your wages would be a good thing. Now, can you get those foreigners out of this bar? Sit down. Oh, okay.
And that he's gonna stumble down to a seat, and the officer's gonna walk towards the bar.
Right. So, I do believe that there are still some individuals here from the Western settlement that burned down a few months ago. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Good. Now, where are they?
Kedrick is just gonna kind of like look at the two. Right there. Sir.
You two.
I'm not gonna.
Is this
acknowledge
correct?
it. I'm just gonna clean grits off my beard. Waiting for my next grit plate.
Well, it seems to me that your temporary visas, as they were, have come to their date. So, we are going to escort you out of the city, back to your settlement.
This is gonna pique my interest. I'm gonna just slowly turn on the stool. And housing.
Like I told you, we're returning you to your settlement.
That doesn't answer the question.
He's gonna like pinch his nose through his visor.
I have orders to return you to your original place of residence. You built your home. Surely you could build it again, right?
You covering the costs in wood?
If I remember correctly, it was your mistake. Your fire, wasn't it? We didn't cause it. We're not liable for your damages.
Kedrick is like kind of behind him. He's just gonna kind of like silently sigh. Like he
Be
just
fine.
deflates.
Define your fire for me.
We saw it. Clear as day, ironically. The fire originated within your settlement. It did not originate in the city. We did not start that fire. You all did. That's not on us. That's on you.
Allow me to pose a question. You say it started in our settlement. Yes?
Correct.
And you assume one of us did it.
Well, it had to be.
I pose a alternative thought. As you witnessed, the rather early drunken fellow over there seems to have a dislike for foreigners. Who's to say one of your residents didn't start that fire?
We keep track of who comes in and who comes out. If he went out there to start that fire, we would know of it. And he was nowhere near the Western Gate that night. So, how about you take your proposals, realize that they are not true, realize that we have no quarrel with you so long as you have no quarrel with us, and accept the fact that I am a messenger of Captain Dreadmore, and I am to escort you outside the West Gate. Now, you can either come willingly, or I can put you in shackles and drag you out. And with this, Joseph is gonna like slowly, like almost swivel on the stool to face the officer. And the officer's gonna look at him a little bit surprised. Joseph, what are you doing out here? He's just gonna like look at him for a minute. The officer's gonna look at you, Kedrick. Why are you two out here to begin with?
I was just following Joseph's side.
Suppose it was his day for you then. Well, Master Joseph, you do seem to have an issue with this. Joseph's gonna nod. So you mean to tell me that you have taken a liking to these Western settlers? They're not citizens. They can't prove citizenship. Why do you care? As far as I'm aware, they have no work with you. Joseph's gonna look at you, Kedrick. He's gonna smile, and he's gonna look back at the officer. Well, what if they did? What if I took them in as apprentices, gave them a new citizenship? Because you and I both know, officer, that there is no settlement. I've seen it, you've seen it, I'm sure Kedrick's seen it. There's no settlement. You don't care. You have no sympathy for these people. And the officer's just gonna stay silent. The officer's gonna look at you, Kedrick, and then back at Joseph. Master Joseph, if you continue this insubordination of our ruling, then... And Joseph's gonna cut him off. You are powerless with me. I weave your armor. I weave your clothes. The clothes that you sleep in at night, the bed sheets you tuck yourself into at night, that was me. If you want to freeze during the night, sure. Take me to Dreadmore. Kick me out. I'll find a way back in the city, and I'll come back with them. With that, the officer's going to sigh, give up, kind of bow at Joseph, and leave.
Kedrick.
Joseph's gonna look between Kedrick and the two of you, kind of glance over at the drunken man who's just like,
Kedrick is just gonna audibly like sigh, just relieved. He's gonna look at Joseph and say, "Thank you very much, sir. That I'd say it would be rather unkind of me to just sit here while they're escorted out, but I can't exactly do anything about it."
Well, Kedrick, do you want to know how to pay me back?
Kedrick is just gonna kind of like, okay, look at my camera really quick. He's gonna kind of just,
he's gonna smile.
Go farther than her ankles.
And with that, he's gonna turn to Crowley and
fuck.
to Gromit.
So, as it stands now, you two are my apprentices. Let me go over your new work schedule. You don't have a work schedule. I want nothing from the two of you. I just did that to buy you time. I don't know if you know, they're not going to help you. They're going to send you back out into the wilderness because, in their eyes, you're not their problem. You can't prove citizenship. And honestly, I think that's quite bullshit. So, I'm doing you a favor. I can't get you gold, but I can get you a roof to sleep under for the time being.
Charlie's gonna nod. If you end up needing anything, just let me know.
Of course, of course. Bug!
And with that, Bug's gonna like, and like look over at Joseph.
Let these gentlemen stay an extra night, would you?
With that, he's gonna nod and slide a coin purse across the bar table and look over at Kedrick.
You're relieved of your duties today. I hope you know what you should be doing.
Sir Joseph. She is a
Stop,
member of the
boy,
Algonal,
stop.
sir.
Stop,
I-
boy. Listen to me. You want a promotion? You better be damn good at courting that woman, because that is a straight shot all the way to the top. I have faith in you.
And with that, he's gonna stand up and walk out.
Kedrick is just gonna kind of like stand there dumbfounded looking at the door.
Kramath is gonna finish his beans and then walk over to Kedrick. It's kind of is he wearing any gloves?
I'd say probably not.
Then Kramath is just gonna take his wrist and inspect his hand for a quick second. I've got soft hands. And just let it go and take a seat back to wait for his.
I'll have you know, just as a metagame
Crowley is
thing,
gonna-
Kedrick has mastery with longswords. Like,
But in his eyes, Kedrick is still a guardsman, which he sees as a weaker position. He sees you guys as weakened warriors.
Kedrick
That's
is
what you
gonna
guys
look
are.
at him even more dumbfounded, and then he's just gonna kind of sigh, pinch the bridge of his nose with his eyes closed, and just kind of, God damn it! All right. With that, he's going to go walk to the barracks and shed his armor, I guess, to get ready to go fucking court a woman, I guess.
So you're not gonna pin the beans off your wrist?
Well, I'm gonna do that when I'm changing. I probably didn't even notice that I have beans on my wrist. Because I'm just too lost in thought.
Okay. Well, let's see here. Okay. With that, Bug is going to look between Kramith and Crowley and just kind of shrug and go back to what he was doing. Kedrick, you'll return to the barracks to get ready for your newfound date night. Let's see here. Crowley, Kramith, is there anything that you two would like to do?
Did I get my second bowl of grits yet?
You did.
Ah, nice. I'm assuming I'm now like finished eating that, so. To what limitations is the reach in the city for us now?
That you don't know. You don't even know. You don't really even have a map of the city yet. You don't know what's all here.
Well, you'd said before we were restricted because of our visas. With this recent happening, I didn't know if that like increased our.
I mean, you would assume that this pretty much gets you access to anywhere in the city.
I'm gonna go out for a peruse.
Joseph has power.
Wakey bakey sunshine. What were you gonna do?
Go out for a nice peruse around
Okay,
the city
yeah,
with my
sure.
new citizenship.
Premise is gonna follow him as he now is taken to usually doing.
Okay. So, Kedrick, you return to the barracks to get ready for your date night, correct?
Indeed. I'm also going to... Oh, fuck. Should I report to an officer? Is that a thing I should do?
Well, are you guys ready to see the map?
Let's go.
Welcome, everybody, to Crimfast.
Ah, yes. Pixels. There we go.
So, as it stands now, Kedrick will be looking at you first. You guys, or should I say you, are currently at the Riverbank Barracks. You are not at the military quarters.
Oh, over there. Damn.
You are at the Riverbank Barracks. As you prepare yourself for a night out on the town with Miss Alganol, as you step out the door to go report to an officer, you are stopped by a hulking figure with a muted yellow cape.
Uh-oh.
He just looks down at you.
Do I recognize him as anyone? Like
You
anyone
do.
important?
You know who he is.
Who? Is it the
As he
captain?
looks down at you, he speaks.
You know, one of my officers told me of the heroics you displayed a few months ago at the Western Settlement. And I must say, Kedrick, I am impressed.
Hold on, I'm writing notes.
Surely you must have a good reason to doff your uniform while there's so much sun left in the sky.
Is it the captain? Was I right with that guess?
Yes.
Okay. Isa, I was, I guess the best way to put it, sir, would be I am following an order of, Sir Joseph. I was about to go report to an officer.
Joseph.
I've forgotten you were still serving under him. That was, of course, until one of my officers came to me and told me of a little discrepancy. You see, I originally had it in our records that you still fully served under me. Apparently, that's not the case. So, I had to sit down with Joseph for a little talk. And he told me quite a lot, actually. The way he sees it, he wants you to be his personal guard. Which is a shame, you know. I had high hopes for you, Kedrick. Of course, the choice is ultimately up to you. However, if you do decide to work for Joseph, you would operate under his own schedule, under his rules, his instructions, his orders. But with that, you lose any potential of rising through our ranks. Perhaps I should give you time to make a decision.
With that, he will turn and walk down the hall.
As he's walking away, Kedrick is going to bow again, very shoddily, and say, "Thank you, sir. I will. Sir, I have one question.
He'll stop and turn around.
When would you like my decision by?"
Just don't keep me waiting.
And with that, he will continue.
Understood, sir. I'll have it to you by tomorrow morning.
Good man.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go find an officer and report to them.
Okay. You report to one of the entrances and exits to the barracks, and you pretty much clock yourself out for the day and hit the town.
By the way, I have a question.
Kremeth. Yes.
For these last couple of months, have I been getting paid?
You
No.
have.
I have a job.
I will get to your gold in just a moment. Kremeth Crowley. You guys are actually in the trading district, just a little bit southeast of the Baroner's Quarter. Crowley, as you take your leave for your stroll, you see many shops, tents, a market just bustling with life. And, there's all kinds of voices being thrown out into crowds, and it's all a very lively place. Kremeth, do you follow him out?
I am gonna follow him. Am I permitted my weapons, or should I just keep it to my hand axes?
That is your choice to make.
Yeah, I'll go out with my great axe and my hand axes, but I'll have my great axe on my back.
Repeat that.
I will go out with all three of my axes, but I'll have my great axe on my back and not on my in my hands, and both my hand axes holstered.
Okay. All right. Crowley, is there anything that you would like to do?
You're muted.
Thanks. I'm gonna test the limits of this temporary newfound extra citizenship. See where all it can get me. Like, I'm assuming if we're in the trading district, we've kind of already explored this district before.
Roughly. You kind of have a basic layout of where everything is.
Let's see if we can't like poke around, maybe like towards the praying gardens. I'm assuming we probably haven't been there. But I'll like kind of keep an eye out for any ravens, feathers,
Sure.
stuff like that.
Sure.
As I'm going through to see if I can find any guidance from my matron. Much like Muscle Man, I'm going to have my weapons on me, but I'm going to make sure that the trench coat is covering it as we're walking through the streets.
Okay. Kramath, are you gonna do anything?
I'm really just gonna follow him and make sure that it's safe.
Okay. With that, kind of running low on time here, so I'm gonna do something a little bit different. I will ask you to basically the 3 general sections of this city. You give me 3 names of the sections or places, and I will tell you about them, and we will say that you explored those places and know more about them.
Temple to, was it Sarsil?
The temple to Satrasil.
Satrasil, that's it.
So, I'm assuming you would make your way through the praying gardens and military quarters to get to the temple to Satrasil.
Yeah, because I'm assuming we probably can't get to the King Plateau.
So, with the praying gardens, the gate into it is closed and locked. You are barred entry from the praying gardens. You would have to cut through the plateau to get to the temple to Satrasil. So, making your way through King Alganol's plateau, you find that it is of higher class. The buildings are much more elaborate, built up with solid stone, these elaborate colored shingle roofs, chimneys, paved roads, more sophisticated shops, a smithy even. King Alganol's plateau itself is this collection of much more regal, grand buildings. What these buildings serve as of purpose-wise, you can't really recall. From what you can see from the plateau, the royal chambers are presumably where the king rests and resides. This plateau area is most likely a commons area for the officials of the city. On the right side of the plateau area is more so just housing, of course, higher class for the nobles, the family of the guardsmen, things like that. Cutting through the residential to the temple to Satrasil, you find that it is this elaborate church with a large tower looming at one end of the building, housing what you can only assume to be bells. The temple itself is closed to visitors at the moment. Its elaborate gate doors are shut. You do not see any monks or clerics surrounding the building, just passerbys going about their business. Roll me an investigation and or a perception, either one of you, if you wish to examine the details of the temple.
11.
11. Kremeth?
I have rolled a 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okay. You cannot discern any detail from the embroidery, the inscriptions, the symbols, the statue out at the front of the temple. You really get nothing. The statue itself is of a woman kind of draped loosely with this flowing dress and a rather regal-looking scepter with these strange symbols kind of carved into the stone, making up the hilt of the scepter. These symbols are almost meaningless to either of you.
Would you say I would know this patron, this god?
Make me a religion roll.
Woohoo! 21.
21. Satrasil, from what you recall, the teachings of the Raven Queen are few and far in between when it comes to other deities such as this, especially one so kind of kept away from public domain and public knowledge. From what you can recall from older texts describing other foreign deities, not necessarily gods or goddesses, this seems to be a lower deity. Satrasil represented a balance between light and dark, sun and shadow, the contrast between the two. What teachings and rulings Satrasil may have as a deity you are uncertain of.
Would you say that I would be all right with this particular god in its like representation, seeing as the matron's more of a twilight?
Tolerable, I think, would be a good way to put it.
All right.
I do want to ask. I see that there is a stadium. Are there any flyers up for upcoming either gladiator battles or just general theater pieces?
Make a perception check.
Rack 'em.
15.
Oh,
15, okay. What's up?
you can do that. I just have a random, not at all relevant question.
Okay. You do spot one poster that's a little bit dated in the King's Plateau, of all places, while you're passing through the kind of commercial region of the plateau. Depicting what seems to be an arena where new, current, and even retired guardsmen and those who deem themselves worthy enough to fight can enter the arena for entertainment. There is a gold pot prize, but the amount of which has been weathered away. The date, however, reveals that this has happened about a month ago.
Did I spot any evidence of this being a reoccurring event?
No.
Can I get some information on that? Either
I'll
now
text
or
it to
later.
you.
Okay.
I'll text it to you. Yeah, or just when it comes apparent, or relevant. Okay. You guys have one more location that you can actually go and explore. If
Not
at
gonna
all
take us through
today.
two. I'll let you go ahead and have your shot at it.
Okay. I want to go see the Ablution Theater and see and like investigate for myself to see, is this something that happens often, and they just never bothered to update the flyer, or is this or was that just a one-time thing?
Sure. Okay. As you approach the theater, you note that the sun is beginning to set. Any other time that you would have had for exploration or interaction is swiftly going by. The Ablution Theater is as what it seems on the map. It is this gladiatorial pit arena almost, with stands kind of built into the stone walls surrounding it. You can see through the closed gates that lead into the pit of the arena that there are guardsmen training.
I'm just trying to find something. Okay, this is good. Trying to find an image of something real quick. Okay, there you go. That works. Oh, this. All right. Praemith is going to approach the arena, mostly in hopes to see if he could at least get one sparring match down with the guard, tucking into his shirt and revealing his set of dog tags that he'd gotten serving with the infantry, to show that, you know, he is still of a worthy warrior.
Okay. As you approach the gates, the guardsmen are too far to really interact with you.
Or is there no one, like, at the gate?
That you can see.
Okay. Can I roll an investigate to see if there's anyone or any like guards or something nearby that could perhaps allow me to spar with them, at least just for a bit? And I don't mind like doing that, like that, or saving that for tomorrow too.
Roll it.
Or tomorrow, but next week. I rolled a 19 on my dice.
Okay.
That'd be 23.
You don't see anybody close by. What you do see, however, is a flyer posted next to the gate, which reads, "Open sparring every midday."
Okay. So,
You should try and get Kendrick in there.
oh yeah, you with your fucking soft hands. Praemith is gonna take this information to heart and motion to Crowley that he's seen enough for today.
Crowley seems satisfied with the adventures. Just nods back.
Okay. You two are going to return back to Bugs Ale and Inn.
Where is Bugs, by chance?
The trading district.
Oh. I thought it'd be in, like, the Commons or something.
No, sir. It is in the trading district.
Ah.
So I'm assuming you two are going to be heading back. Kedrick,
Let's go.
you find your way into the royal chambers with a passage that you learned of from Elizabeth, and make your way quietly to her quarters as she lets you in. Roll me a performance.
I'm always
Why?
going to see some thighs.
What's happening? Nat 20,
if we're
baby!
She opens the door for you, and you're just there mewing at her. Her blouse falls. All right, now, Kedrick. I want you to riz up Elizabeth. She's opened the door. She's looking at you with a smile on her face. Riz her up.
What time of day is it?
Right.
Just real quick.
The sun's setting.
Rackham, I'm just gonna tell you, this is my first time interacting with the new freshman at my school. I have heard Riz at least 15 times today. Please don't bring up these traumatic memories.
Riz.
Rookie numbers from working on Hot Topic.
Oh god, it's so bad.
Oh my god, really?
Not times I hear like that level 9 Gat with Riz and everything else. Just
Riz her up, Kedrick.
Okay, so. Why are you putting me on the spot here, bro? Fuck.
Listen, you rolled a nat 20. You can say literally anything and it'll fly.
Nah, dude, because I'm going to say something.
winch.
I'm going to say something abysmal, and like you are going to just negate that nat 20.
No. Trust me. You
Nothing-
can't fail. You crit. You can't fail. You crit.
Nothing I say can, live up to that nat 20. All right.
How about this? You open the door. No, she opens the door, and she's just standing there, smiling, already in her nightdress. And you just go beet red, and you stutter. And she just giggles and pulls you in, and the door closes behind her.
Oh wait, Howie, I have the best pickup line for you. All right. Hey girl, are you Delilah? Cause my pussy's wide open.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the
I sit
fuck
there
up.
viewing. You cannot Riz the Rizzler, and you dive in.
I'd say that what I stutter out is just good evening.
Beautiful as always.
She giggles, she pulls you in, closes her door, turns to you, walks up to you, and speaks in your ear.
Oh.
Take those clothes off.
No! No!
Boobies.
I bet mine's bigger than yours.
Fuck. Don't tell me. No, have I been duped again?
Roll. No.
I'm not doing that to you. We're gonna do a fade to black. Guess what? You're getting lucky tonight, Kedrick.
No longer a virgin. Let's go.
Hey,
And you want to
he
know
can
something?
die
This is
now.
only. I was not gonna let this happen until like midway through the campaign, but I wasn't expecting you to crit, so I had to honor that. You got lucky. Second base.
still got that hand, though.
As night falls.
No. You know what? No, it's just you fucking finish, and then it's just.
Mr. Crowley.
I'm
He's just in the
sitting like
corner.
in the windowsill with my gun, just kind of like, no.
Yeah, that kid's getting lucky tonight.
I wish that were me with the knife, Raven.
Mr. Crowley.
What server is that even from?
Mr. Crowley just hears from the window, just.
I'm moving like French Montana.
No, so the Mr. Crowley is from one of my servers. I had to put it in a server that nobody else could see because I just needed more space for soundboards. But yes, that is where we are going to. Actually, no, wait, we're not.
Oh boy.
So, Kedrick with a red just outline of lips left on your cheek, you stumble out from the royal chambers and make your way back to Joseph's tailor shop.
Oh Lord.
Mr. Crowley. Let's see here. Krameth.
You know what would be
You-
funny? Within the week, roll for pregnancy.
Oh, I've got plans. Oh, I've got plans.
Fuck.
Krameth, Crowley, you return to Bugs Allen Inn and make yourselves comfortable for an extra night given to you by Joseph. And you all turn to your windows. Kedrick, you stand guard outside his shop and watch as the moon rises above you. And as it reaches its peak, you find yourselves drifting off nearly instantly,
Oh Lord.
only to awaken almost instantly. This time, Kedrick, outside the western gate.
What?
Crowley, outside your home, now burned completely down to its foundation. Krameth, you wake up outside your home, burned down to the ground. The fires are out. It's cold. It's dark. And you feel eyes watching you.
Session 1, baby.
Yay! Fucking Rahan's not here.
Well, that's on him. So,
Wait, so
that's...
was Rahan one of the citizens inside the town, or was he another?
Well, we don't know, because I don't have Nikitas' character.
Shit.
Nikai, this is just the drunken guy in the bar that I.
That was him. That was him. Okay. So, that was session 0 and session 1.
No. Nikitas is the lady that fucking.
Oh my god. No.
His old grandma.
No, I was gonna say he's the woman that Kendrick is trying to court.
I think he's more than just trying to court her right now.
My brother's in
just
the
wakes up in the morning. I hope that was as good for you as it was.
It was for me. So, gentlemen, this marks the beginning of Hollow Hill Horror. With that said,
Did I?
I hope that you all have enjoyed this introduction. Feels good to be DMing again with a more cohesive campaign. With that said, I have your notes. I will specifically put in here Kedrick got lucky. Okay. Good work today, guys.
Awesome song.
that nat 20.
Wait, fucking neighbor's kid better stay in my goddamn yard.
With that said, I hope you guys liked the introduction. I will plan to summon you guys again here Tuesday around the same time. So we'll probably still do 9 p.m. Eastern. If that works for everybody, that's what I will plan to do.
Tuesday, what time?
Tuesday, 9 p.m. Eastern.
I mean, I would prefer 8 p.m. Eastern but at the same time, I know that that'd be a bit difficult, mostly because
Yeah, that might be difficult for Brandon.
yeah, I mean, the main reason is that, being up at 1 a.m. on Thursdays, it's fine. I only have a fucking Friday, but Wednesdays are a bit harder.
I might be able to swing it just because I could probably schedule for like an opening Tuesday or something like that and just get home at 7:15, 7:30 roughly, and just make dinner or whatever from that point.
Okay. I mean, if
We
you
might
can,
be able
if you
to-
can get away with that, then just let me know like Monday or something.
Yeah, let me see what we got going on because I got at least these last couple schedules out.
Okay.